So my legal question, and we can kind of end on this, is why don't we ever seem to see prosecutions of some of these bureaucrats or even elected officials who have obviously, obviously flaunted their criminal behavior and but seemingly live above the law? You know, whether that's your Jeffrey Epstein's and you know, and maybe Epstein quote was punished and Diddy is currently, you know, in prison and all that. But let's be brutally honest, they were kind of figureheads for what really was a much broader movement. So whether we're talking about the sexual corruption and you know, human trafficking or this money laundering, why is it that we don't ever see large scale prosecutions at a level that would actually deter this moving forward?
There's a lot there to say, but I think the way everything is layered in the federal government, just understand our bureaucracy is out of control. We live in a tyrannical system where so everything we do every day is controlled by out of control bureaucracies. Congress has completely ceded their authority to these bureaucrats. No government agency until, it's unprecedented that a government agency gets smaller. Every time a government agency is created to solve a problem, they make the problem worse because that's how they get more funding and hire more people and create more power. And if you're not a Christian, it's all about worldly power. So that's how these things grow. So we have this scenario where these bureaucratic agencies are supposed to fall under the executive branch, right? And then, but Congress is the one that gives them the authority, and the budgeting process is a complete joke. It's just intended to be muddled and confusing. They won't simply just take one bill on a single issue and vote on that, because then you could see it. So one issue of it is just a lack of transparency. They create this hydra that makes everything very complicated. The other issue is incentives. If you start going after one person who's engaged in this high level of government corruption, you're going to have to go over all the others. So there's a lack of political will. And ultimately, there are principles that have sort of evolved in our legal system that protect bureaucrats when no one else would be legally protected.